Good afternoon. This week case was very interesting. The situation of me being a manager, having to deal with such a problem like this book cooking, it creates um, paradox between what is good for the company and what is good for the employee that helped me realize that it was happening. Okay, the company first looks like it's a really good company that grew strong in a situation when they even went to bankruptcy, and later on they had to grow from the beginning again, and they create trust for investors and for people in general. So it was an ethically well managed company. The CEO and the CFO decided to fix the books in order to create a feeling of better profit, in order obviously to sell more the company to other investors and to the investors that were already there, because they wanted to create more revenue. That's just wrong. The numbers are the numbers, and accounting should show what is the reality of the company. That's financing. The financial status of the company are made to show what is the real position of the company at the moment. What I'm trying to say is they did something wrong, but they were doing it in a way that it wasn't unpercept. It was like a ghost. Nobody knew that it was there. Nobody knew that the situation was happening. So when Mrs. Cooper realized that that's happening, and she comes to me and tells me, this is what is going on, I had to think, what is the best I can do in order not for her to be in troubles or for me to be in troubles, but at the same time find the truth. One thing is being suspicious about something, and one thing is to know that it is what it is. So I had to tell Mrs. Cooper, uh, let's not say it to everyone right now. Let's keep it down. Start gathering information, start getting proofs of what is happening. And then with real evidence, it is better to go and say, hey, this is happening. And these people is the ones that are doing it. I, in that moment, thought about Immanuel Kant, and I said, what should I do? Just leave it happen, just let it go. In some point, anyways, it's gonna pop up. That's the idea. Nature itself, the nature of the company itself will show the error. That error will be in every way um, made by every standard, in some point obvious that they are doing something that is not relevant enough to give those numbers. The whistleblowing figure is the other point that we had to see. Okay, is Mrs. Cooper, and in this case me, two people that will be affected when we go to another company to get a job, knowing that we were the whistleblowers on worldcom? I guess yes. I guess even though the government protects the whistleblower, other companies will be like, okay, so this is the guy that was who told what's going on with worldcom. Was he doing it for the company, or was he doing it because he couldn't be part of the business? um, that's part of the rumors that can grow. It's a risk. It's a risky situation. That's why even governments protect people to do it. But it has to be done. It has to be done. Moral, ethics, and legal procedures are there for something, and is to make the market better. Is to make the market profitable, yes, but honest enough to help not just the investors but the community. If we cannot work with ethics, for sure that any company can stay for the longest time. In the short run, yeah, it will be great. It will make everything seems better. But in the long run, there is no company that, at least that I remember what I have been reading, that can survive such a situation. That is the reason why we have to apply ethics in cases like this. Sometimes being right take a risk, and the risk is sometimes, or most of the time, um, losing what we already have, losing our jobs, maybe losing future opportunities, um, being seen as the bad guys, because I mean, instead of being the heroes, will be the whistleblowers, the guys that went and accuse instead of help. This case scenario was really nice in my opinion because it gives not a third, not seeing it as a third person, but seeing it as a first person, being there, feel the what should we do, is what make us make decisions based on what we believe and not what the book said that is okay. Ethics is too ethics is not a narrow um, way of thinking. It has plenty of difference between one person and the other, between cultures, between religions, between um, even between cities and communities. What is good for one is not good for the other one. But one thing is for sure right: what affects me and affect the others, if it's negative, is wrong. Even if I believe it is good, if it's affecting other people, it's just wrong. And it has to be dealt with. Thank you.